just starting this off with like a cheers or something, huh?
Hey,
Yeah,
boys.
let's do it. Let's
To
do
the
this.
what episode?
For the daddies.
This is season 2.
No, it's not
just,
for the daddies.
just
This
for
is
dads.
season 2, episode 3.
Of
Okay.
Just for Dads.
Boom.
Good.
I think this is episode 12 total.
Wow. You know, they say
That's impressive.
starter podcasts usually don't make it by 6. We've doubled that.
Yeah.
Well done, boys.
Double dip.
Let's go. Dads, welcome back.
Thanks.
First
Here
of
we
all,
are.
Thanks.
Season 2.
Season 2.
I don't know if anybody knows
Who's
that or
keeping
not.
track?
Season 2, episode
Trace.
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Man,
1, 2, 3.
we're in this thing.
We are. We're here.
All right. So today, I got 2 questions for you guys.
Okay.
One, why do men struggle silently and stuff everything down? Why do we do that? Okay, there's my first question. My second question is, men out there, how in the world do we juggle all the things that we need to juggle? Being a good father, being a good husband, being a good employee, staying physically fit, staying physically,
I failed the test already.
Active.
Is this a pop quiz? Because I failed.
staying mentally healthy, okay? Staying financially healthy. These are all things as dads that we need / want to do. But it's a struggle.
Yeah, bro.
Man, it's a juggling act. It's a circus, whatever you want to call it, man. It's hard. Mm-hmm. And so I want to just get some answers from you guys and the audience. How do you guys handle that? What's your tactics that you use?
Let me see your spreadsheet,
Yeah.
your
You got a spreadsheet.
your plan.
So that's
Probably.
kind of what we're going to talk about today.
Somewhere.
So if you're interested in that, stick around.
Let's
Michael,
do it.
did you have something for us?
I mean, a couple things.
Yeah.
We're not for the dads anymore.
But we are
We yeah.
just. Did we?
Just
Four.
Dads.
Hold on.
Dads.
Let's say it together.
Okay,
Ready?
just
3, 2, 1.
Just for dads.
There we go.
There we
Okay,
go. There it
because
is.
on the way
Nice.
here, I kept saying the old one, which is probably copyrighted now by someone else. We won't name. He whom should
okay.
not be named.
But you know
And-
what? They're probably dads. So.
Yeah, there are dads, so
Cheers.
like rock on it. We're all doing the same thing. Just for dads, man, we did it. We finally. How many names did we go through? I mean, it had to be like
Probably 50.
yeah, we were all over the place. And then Nick was like, "I don't like this one," and I was, no offense, kind of upset because we had talked about it for like 2 weeks.
But aren't you glad I said something?
And then you
I
said,
am,
"You know
'cause
what?
this is
I
a
don't
lot
really
better.
like this one." And then you texted and said, "What about this one?" And we were like, "That's the perfect
Done.
one." Thank you.
I mean, I don't want to pat myself on the back or anything,
He didn't use ChatGPT either.
but I
think
actually
we should make that
spoke
known.
up and used
Pat
my
yourself
voice
on the
for
pat.
once.
I am super proud of you.
And
bro.
I usually don't do that. I usually just like, I'll just let it go.
Pat yourself on the pack, Nick. The daddy pack.
But he did, man. He sent that text. He said, "Not vibing, but I am vibing with this." And we were
Yep.
like,
Done.
"Checkmate."
We had some funny names that we
we
were coming
did.
up with and just kind of spitball and then
But good
bouncing
old
off.
dads wasn't a funny name.
Yeah.
No,
What's the damage is great.
yeah.
What's the damage here, son? But we are here just for dads. We are literally just
For dads.
for dads. And we hope to make content just for,
for
dads.
dads.
I mean,
Yeah.
so like, I think it's kind of self-explanatory. So that's one thing. Second thing, Nick spent like, not even kidding, 10 hours or so, probably more than that, on building a website for us, which I didn't even think.
It's a beaut.
It's a beaut. Like, I've built
Yeah.
websites before, and it's never been anything like what Nick built, and it's amazing. So, justfordadspod.com. You can go on there, learn about us, learn about the podcasts. You can actually make an account and become a part of the Fifth Dad community and put in forums, questions. We can have conversation in the website. And when you sign up,
Yeah, be involved.
be involved. When you sign up, if somebody responds to you or a new episode comes out, you can turn on email notifications, and that'll come straight to your inbox. How about that?
Yes.
Yeah, you're making a
This is
dad count,
2025.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A dad
I mean,
count.
Dad count.
Hey, I was saying like earlier in the week, like how amazing would it be to hear from literally anybody that's not
Yes.
a family member
Yeah.
or somebody you
Yes.
see on the daily.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Apparently,
Somebody who's not one of our 4 listeners.
yeah. Apparently, my mother-in-law listens. So now I
dude, that's
What
so
up?
cool.
What up, Barb?
No, there's a
Yo,
lot more.
hey, Barb, dude.
Yeah.
Yo,
Guys,
Barb,
Barb's
shout
a
out to
G.
you.
Coming out of the woodwork. I mean, just out of nowhere, just people are dropping in.
Yeah.
Okay, let me finish the thought though. So if you aren't my mother-in-law, if you're not one of my coworkers, it would be so sick and totally make my whole week just for you to say what's up. Go on the website, hit us up on the Instagram or whatever channel, just to say, yo, I listen. Like that.
Yeah.
That's gonna kind of blow my mind.
It's
a little
cool.
bit, so-
I got a story. Like
Hey.
my father-in-law was like, "Hey, I had somebody come up to me and said they were mad that I didn't tell them that you were or that you and Taylor were pregnant." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I listened to
to the
son-in-law's podcast." And he's like, "I found out your daughter was pregnant."
It really goes back to
So,
that question we asked
it's
the
so
last time
funny.
you actually shared it. Was like, are you going to get in trouble for this? And you were like, well, no,
Nah,
we should be fine.
Nah,
And
she doesn't
Ryan
get upset
says-
about many things.
We'll find out
We'll
later.
find out.
We'll know.
We'll find out. But so what's really beautiful about that is I actually think we need to make a little bit of an edit to the. Now I just thought about it, so put a pin in that. But what's really cool is you can create an account. You can say how many kids you have and what state you're from. So if you ever post on the forum or in the Fifth Dad community, it'll say, for example, Nick Bowen, dad of 4, Tennessee. Michael Hawks, dad of 3, Virginia. So that's just super cool. Like we can see where everybody's from. We've had some conversations in there, not many. So get in there.
Shay, shout out the dude who did comment.
Yes, he did. Yeah,
Oh.
I'll talk about him in the Fathers in the Fire, Dad.
You want to
shout
go to
out.
that real quick?
No, because I have one more thing.
Yeah, we got to shout out one more person. The design, the logo.
Oh, dude,
Oh.
Chelsea.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chelsea Bailey.
killed it.
Kudos.
Well, Bailey, now she's Caldwell. She got married. She taught me everything I knew about graphic design. She's amazing. Took me under my wing and just did an amazing job with our brand guidelines, colors. I think it really articulates the story of what we want to be. So I'm super jacked. Chelsea, shout out to you. I don't even think she listens to the podcast.
She's like, I'll just do
But
it. I'll-
if you do, I
Thank
love you,
you.
girl.
Yeah,
thank
thank
you
you
so
for
much.
much.
You're the best.
Killed
Okay,
it.
last thing. If you sign up for a just4dadspod.com account, you will be entered into a contest where you could potentially get a brand new T-shirt that none of us have because
Yeah, I want one.
we don't even have those here.
Exclusive
but you could
merch.
get one. It's so exclusive. None of the daddies
Yeah.
got one. So make sure you sign up, and I'll contact you if you get chosen. Get your shirt size, and we'll get a shirt sent to your doorstep ASAP.
We should have just made the name just for daddies.
No, we
Oh.
shouldn't have.
Wow.
We'd have a
We
different
shouldn't have.
audience.
Okay.
Calling
have
ourselves
different
that.
Hey, that was all my announcements, guys. Sorry. Just for dads, welcome. I'm so excited for the newness of this, but what has been consistent is the
Yeah.
4 dudes sitting around this table, which I'm super excited
Same
about.
dads,
So
same struggles.
Yeah.
same
So
dad, same struggle.
to start things off, we want to do this is actually a new segment we're going to try out, and it's called Fathers in the Fire. So this gives us an opportunity to just shout somebody out, if we do have an audience.
Quit saying that, bro.
Somebody that we saw recently
exists.
who was clearly juggling life but still showing up. Maybe a dad wrangling 3 kids at the grocery store, a dad coaching after work, a 10-hour shift, or a friend who's been transparent about working on himself.
Okay.
So let's start this off. Does anybody want to go first?
Go
we
for
know
it.
him. Me
Yeah,
and you
we
know
both know him.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
Okay, so Andrew Bubba Davis, I know you listen to this podcast. I want to shout you out, bro. You were the first comment on our forum, and he is a dad of coming up on 1. So they're about to have a baby in January. First one, I believe it's a little boy, if I get his comment correct. Believe it's a little boy, and he just kind of jumped on there and was like,
How do you
guys, I need help. About to have my first child. How am I gonna like lead my wife in the midst of this situation? Also, what's birth experience like? So
Dude,
I
I got
don't know if anybody wants to pitch in on that conversation. I kind of gave my 2 cents. I don't
kinda-
think it was worth anything.
Yeah, I kind of
but
blacked out.
yeah, I
honestly.
kind of just.
Dang, for real.
They said, "Daddy, look at your shoes," and I was like,
Hey, I photographed like somebody's one time.
"Wait,
Wait, somebody.
Hold on a second.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Not your own, but somebody
Somebody
else's.
else's.
Yep.
Somebody let you in there.
Yeah, she was down for it. Yeah, it was cool, dude. Well, you guys are so like it's such a cool
You
experience.
just said
No,
To
it
help
is.
out.
It is. No, you were
okay,
absolutely
but you left
right.
out the word birth. Like you just said somebody's.
Yeah, somebody let me
Okay.
in there with a camera.
Yeah, right.
Was it for
So
your
there's a lot
job,
more
or did they
context
hire
to
you?
help it
Did they
make
hire
sense. Yeah, so I knew her because I worked for a large healthcare system. So I was in that healthcare professional setting, and she was a resident there.
Gotcha.
So she knew, like, oh, he can probably do this professionally. Like, he worked.
Yeah.
He can.
Yeah. So I was
yeah.
like,
I know
yeah,
him.
dude, that's cool.
That's great.
Yeah.
I'd love to do that for you and, like, give you something really cool and magical. Yeah.
So give us that side of things.
Yeah, I mean, it was
It's not your
wild
kid, yeah.
because exactly. I mean, I thought that it was in a way like more beautiful because I got to look through the lens of the camera and be like, how can I present this in storytelling in something that they can like look back? Like,
Instead of- yeah.
how would you want to imagine like this experience going?
okay.
Because it can be really difficult. Luckily, she had an easy pregnancy.
Was
and
this
birthing
before Megan had given birth?
after?
After.
Right,
you'd
so I
already
had done
You'd
mine.
already experienced
Because
it.
that would have been way more difficult.
That
That would
would've
have
been
tripped me out.
crazy.
I was like, hey, I already had 2 by that point. So I was like, I know what this is like.
Yeah.
I know where there's going to be some intimate moments, but like, I'll keep it kosher. Like, I don't need to be right in the mix of things. You know what I mean? But it was cool, man. Like, once that baby came out, like, I kind of like was. I was like right up there with
I
her
kind
and
of
her
have.
husband.
I kind of have a horror story to tell.
Oh no.
You've
been through
Bubba,
you've been
Bubba's
through-
listening to this.
You've been
and
through
he's-
4 of them.
I mean, it's bound to happen, right?
Bubba's been through this, and he's just like,
Becca.
great.
Beckham, my 2nd. That boy was big.
Oh no.
Let me just say that.
think I know where
All
this is
you
going.
moms out there will know what I'm talking about. Beckham was a big old boy. Okay, thick.
To see.
Dude came out,
2 C's.
broke his collarbone
Oh.
right out the gate. We didn't know it until like the next day.
Stop. They can't break.
He did.
Huh?
That's crazy.
He broke
Yeah,
his collar.
That's
bro,
crazy.
bro was so big. Anyway, when he slides out, the doctor almost drops him.
Slides. He had to use the word slides to describe the situation.
Andrew,
Please
we
continue.
are so sorry.
Yeah, please continue.
We're so sorry.
The
Andrew.
doctor almost dropped him on the floor.
This is not encouraging.
It was like a center snapping the football on a rainy game.
Whoop, 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 whoop. You just hear them.
He's just like, I don't know.
That's why I blacked out. I'm like, first of all, just the I can't even.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. He catches it. Oh,
Yeah,
got him.
He almost dropped him. I'm not even.
So maybe
kidding.
that was what broke the collarbone, was the
No.
juggling act, which we'll talk about later. So this guy literally receives Beckham,
barely.
juggles Beckham, and then hands Beckham to
Yeah. Yeah.
Kayla. Wow. That is... So,
Kayla
Bubba,
did-
it's like
Kayla didn't
not
s-
that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Ryan did
you
2,
can't-
and then one that wasn't his. So, like, I think you're going to be okay.
Yeah. You can't sum it up.
Like I
honestly.
said,
It's
adrenaline
so
kicks
different.
in. You black out. You don't even remember half of it.
I would say...
And that was just Nick.
You black
That
out.
was the easy part.
Yeah.
It's like, what did you do, Nick?
Okay. Here's what not to do.
Amen. Here we go.
Right
this
after
is
birth-
good. This is good.
Right after birth, don't go downstairs and get yourself a Mountain Dew and some Cheetos and come back up to the room empty-handed with nothing for your wife.
No, sir.
That, my friend, you should not do.
It may take years of
You
repentance.
should go straight to Chick-fil-A,
Yeah.
buy a 12-count nugget and a Chick-fil-A sandwich and a large fry and
Probably
a
some mac
large
and
sweet
cheese, too.
tea,
Yeah.
maybe some mac and cheese,
Yeah.
and bring that back to your wife.
Yeah.
Or have somebody else do
Kudos.
it.
Honestly, and I think I told him this in the forum, was like, talk with your wife before, too. Like, what is something that you would really love to have after this experience?
Because apparently that post-delivery meal just hits different.
It does. I think it does, yeah. We actually, dude, in Portland, they had, like, this, like, cake service. So, like, Alyssa, like, gave birth to 2 children. Well, first Lev, then Noah, and they brought her, like, a cake. And they were like, you did it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, do you want a soda? And she was like, I'd love one. You know,
That's
awesome. Yeah, I'd love a soda. Anyways, Bubba, hey man, we're with you. Way to go!
Let-
Can't wait to
let me-
see.
Let me say this for
Yeah, please
him. What to expect at birth you're just gonna have to experience it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like people can say, "Oh, this horror story or this was good or that," but just fully submerge yourself into the moment and the process. Like, I think one thing you could do is make sure she has a proper bag packed while you go there. So like have
Go bag.
Yeah, a go bag. Have it ready to rock so you can go to the hospital, get there safely, get everything under control, and then just be there and just let yourself go in that moment and help her any way that you can. But also don't underestimate your responsibility and your role as a husband in that moment to help her get through a really, really difficult time.
Yeah.
That is also, it's very beautiful, but don't downplay your role as a husband, because it is so critical to be in the room, be present. You're going to want to sleep. You're going to want to have rest, but you got to be there for her because it's a really, really difficult time that she's going to go through.
I think
That's
you're
what I would
saying,
have to say.
having that like go bag, because I remember part of like my wife's pregnancy was like the stress leading up to it.
Yeah.
Our first like Allison, she was like 2 weeks late, and it was just like she started to get so like nervous and stressed out. Like, when is this baby coming? And like we just didn't like know. And then eventually, like, I think you're right, like trying to be prepared and like being the one to take the burden of responsibility, say, I will pack this, I will do this, I will have this ready, like it will be in my car. Like when the ball drops and we have to go, we can go. If you have to get scheduled in for labor, then like awesome, go do that. But then if you know you're going to spend time there, like be ready to spend time there.
I didn't know there was this whole process of like a go bag, and like Taylor had this like, she's very organized. She had these long extension chargers. She had like all this stuff.
Nice.
And it was
Dude,
just,
that is a
guys, if you
pro.
could have seen it, like,
JBL speaker? Did you pack the speaker?
no.
Oh,
But
you
she
need a
had,
Bluetooth speaker,
she
Andrew.
had
Pack the speaker.
everything. She had two of everything, just everything just for. Is this a real thing, or did my wife make this up?
No.
There's an actual outfit, like when you leave the hospital, you want to wear a
the go
hospital.
home. Yeah, the go home.
That's a
outfit.
thing, right?
Yeah.
So make sure she has that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know that was a thing. I was just like, we
Is it
putting
Andrew?
stuff on.
Andrew.
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
Andrew.
oh. Also, have your
I just imagine him on the other side of the podcast.
yes,
Like,
have the nurse before you take that baby home in a car seat. Have the nurse or somebody in there check it and make sure you put your baby in there the right way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, but
Yeah.
I did the straps wrong.
They'll make sure it's like in your car
Yes.
installed properly.
I did it
too.
wrong. Well, we didn't have them walk out to the car, but no. Your baby, if
You're
you,
doubting.
yeah, this is not good. If you left and something happened in the vehicle, this is not good. So, if you got to watch a car seat tutorial or whatever you got to do, make sure that thing is strapped in there.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I got.
Also, bring some bedding for yourself. Right.
yeah.
Hospitals hadn't had that though. I thought
But it was like
I
light.
mean, you're
It was
basically
very
it gets you
light,
chilly
and
in
I
there.
was
Yeah,
chilly.
yeah.
You're
Get you a
sleeping-
little sleeping bag, some wool socks.
you're sleeping on a leather chair.
Yeah.
Well, faux leather,
That's not-
leather. Yeah,
faux leather.
yeah.
It's not.
Doesn't feel good on your
it's
skin.
not soft.
Yeah.
You're gonna get cold,
It's the skin.
but you can't complain. Don't you dare complain.
Yeah, don't even
complain.
Don't
What a
even-
joy.
Oh yes. Do not say how tired you are.
What a joy it is to be in that moment.
Yeah.
What a
Dude.
joy.
Yeah, don't complain about.
And
the
also
couch.
too, I think that the last thing. No. This is the last thing, and then we're moving on. Poor Andrew, and poor everybody else that has to listen to this who's had kids perfectly, and we're just. Anyways, just be ready for anything to happen. I think I may have said
Oh
this on the
my, yeah.
podcast before, but on our way to
That's true.
for Alyssa to deliver Banner, we hit a turkey in the middle of the road.
I remember
Like
that.
almost destroyed our van, but like Alyssa was such in pain that I just didn't stop, and I was like, sorry. Like I looked in my rear view, and the turkey hit the road and bounced into the median, and I was like, okay, it's not gonna hurt anybody else. So I kept going, and like it was like $5,000 worth of damage. Like it was a
Yeah,
lot of
wow.
damage, yeah, and.
That's
Like stuff's just
crazy.
gonna happen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I totally forgot about it.
Yeah, that is
And then
funny.
they're like, "Hey, you can leave." And I go out to get the car seat out of the car, and I was like, "Holy cow! I hit a turkey!" Like there was a huge dent in the front of my car, and dude, it was just like the craziest thing to go to the collision center, and the guy's like, "Well," he's got his clipboard. He's like, "What do we do here?" And, and I'm like. you're not gonna believe this, but my wife's like in a contraction, and I'm like counting like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and she's like turkey, you know, and it's just like I just smack this turkey.
That's so awesome.
And it just over the minivan,
Dude.
hits the road, goes
feathers
back.
on the grill.
Yeah, like feathers on the grill. Like we call him Turkey Tom. Like we just
Dude,
demolish.
that is awesome.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
push comes to shove, like
Don't-
stuff's gonna happen.
Yeah,
It's gonna be okay.
it's all good.
Enjoy it.
Just have a baby.
Don't say you're tired either. Please do not say how tired you are. It'll be really bad for you, buddy.
Yeah, enjoy it.
You're gonna be maybe on 1 or 2 hours of sleep.
Enjoy
but
it.
she just gave birth.
Yeah.
So she's really tired. Just don't say you're tired.
Yeah. And
Don't-
also like
don't say how
the
you're
last thing. Take every moment captive. Like I just
yeah.
like I look at my 7-year-old boy now, and I'm sure you do the same with Allison, and it's like to think that he was this little potato that couldn't pick his head up, and like if he rolled over, he died. You know, like. But now he's like jumping on stuff and climbing on stuff.
Yeah.
Like just be really present in those moments, because man, it just goes by too quick. And yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Pressure points, Nick. Go.
Pressure points. So, what are we balancing? What are some of the pressure points
balls
that
in
we
the
deal
air?
with? We can kind of go through these.
That's a heck of a juggle right there.
I think
Bouncing off your head, Michael.
What an office reference.
the one that we should tackle first, just because I mean this is a dad podcast, so
yeah.
like being a present, emotionally engaged dad.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just start with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's just.
Jump in. Go
I
ahead.
don't know. That's a big one. I think like the first thing that just shot straight in my brain is, you said like being present. Was that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, for instance, my wife Megan been going through like really early for her, but like started going through the perimenopause sort of stuff, like hormones changing. And what a hard thing. She doesn't have a lot of like girlfriends to talk about around here. So like she talks to me. And it's like I love like trying to figure out the human body and like how to optimize things and kind of do some biohacking almost. Like that's cool stuff to me. But when it comes to women's body and hormones, I am no expert. But I can sit and I can listen and I can sympathize and I can just, kind of be a shoulder for her. So that's cool, like take interest or at least be engaged enough to help your partner. If it's things, they're not always going to be the most interesting to you as a man or as a father, but of course, if it's with your spouse, like you should take interest. So that just kind of shot to mind.
Do you ever
Something
feel
recent.
like in those moments, because I really struggle with this, like I always have the first thought that comes into my head is how to fix the situation.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
So,
That's
like,
for me too.
It's a good transition.
Yeah, like how do you, because being present is not listening so that I can fix. Being present is listening so that I can listen. Like
Yeah.
how do you battle with that, especially in something that's like body?
I'll say, okay, let's make this more generic. Let's make it about our kids.
Yeah.
We don't have to fix every one of their problems. That's not going to make
What?
for a very resilient child, right?
What?
So like, how do you cultivate resilience? I think I maybe had that question early on, and like I was reading in this book, it was a little bit more for like adults in your life and how you build resilience. But I think part of that comes to just being present with them and sitting with them in difficulty. And it's great to offer advice, but I think we know most 7-year-olds or whatever age your kids might be, they have a hard time taking mom and dad's advice because they just, I don't know. It's a weird kid thing. It's not weird. It's just the thing that plagues us as parents, that it's just like, if you would only listen to me, your life would be so much, maybe not better, but it would just maybe be smoother, or you would learn faster, right? There might be less like trauma. I don't know. I can't figure it out. It's just one of those games where there is no end.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think just trying to learn to sit with them and kind of let them figure it out, especially when they have big emotions. I mean, like this is like Logan to a T. This dude just like snaps, and it's just like today the dog rolled himself all over junk in the backyard. I washed him off, so he was clean, but Logan was eating dinner and the dog was next to him, and he was just like emotionally be like, he smells and he's next to me.
I can smell it right
and
now.
he was just like freaking out about it. And I was like, dude, just take a breath. It's all good.
Yeah.
Isn't that like where the most growth happens though, is when we go through, if our kid goes through something hard, and they come out on the other side of it, you know, they look back on it and they're like, man, I actually grew from that. I got better, or, you know, this changed. And if we hijack that, and if we get in the way and we solve their problems for them, we're robbing them of that positive change.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's really good. I think something that I've always used in like relationships outside of my family, because I've always been in like I'm not trying to brag myself, but like in a mentorship role to people. Like people will ask me for like wisdom, or people ask me for advice or stuff like that. And something I've always took to heart outside of my family is don't give advice when advice isn't asked for.
Yeah.
And I think I need to like copy and paste that into my family. Like when my wife comes to me and she wants to talk to me about something, or she wants to kind of open herself up about something, I don't need to give advice. Like I need to listen. And if she's like, what do you think about that? And they'd be like, okay, like now I can say what I feel like I need to say, instead of being like, well, have you thought about this? Or, you know, I was reading this article today, whoa, 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 you know, like, or whatever. It's like, don't give advice when advice isn't asked for, because like people maybe just need to be heard, or people need to be allowed to experience.
We're wired that way though. We're wired to solve problems.
Yeah,
we're wired.
That's why we love golf, because we can never fix it.
And fix. Yeah, exactly. Right. We want to. We're driven by success. We're driven by, you know, being adventurous, and, you know, having goals and being mindset driven. So I think anytime we have issues or conflict, our mind automatically goes to that.
But I think the struggle. Okay, so going back to juggling. Okay, I love that image for dads, because I think there's probably a bunch of dads, parents, whoever is listening to this podcast, feels like that's one thing though in all of life where they have to like kind of throw it up in the air. But it's not just family be present. It's I have to be present with my coworkers. I have to be present with these people. I have to be present with these people. I have to be present, and that's just one of the balls. You know what I mean? And so it's like, man, it's just like it's so tough, you know, because by the time you get home at 5 o'clock, it's like, I have to be present at the place that actually matters the most.
Yeah, so I mean that kind of leads us into like being a high performing employee, or like focusing on your career. Like a lot of us want to do that. We want to be a good employee. We want to have a successful career that we're passionate about, right? So it's like, how do you put effort and energy into that? Like true effort and energy and passion into that, and then just flip the switch at 5 o'clock. You know, or, you know, like if you're putting a lot of effort into it, you're probably working overtime. You're working on the weekends. You know, you're taking away time from your family if you're trying to advance your career.
Yeah. But,
so, and Noah, like I know you work some pretty long hours, some early hours.
More than me. Yeah, for sure.
More than we do. So like, I want to get your thoughts on this one.
I think one thing as a father, or as a husband and a father, we have this mindset. I have this mindset of wanting to provide, and that looks different for everybody. But I'm obviously, when we think of providing, we think of financially, right? Head of the household. We want to make sure our ship is being run well. Everybody has their needs met, and you feel that responsible in that weight. I think one thing that I do, and I think a lot of men do, is anytime we have stress or conflict, or we've got issues or struggles, we go to what's easy, and we go to so whenever we're stressed or when things are going, we go to what's comfortable. Well, what are you good at? Well, maybe you're good at your work. Maybe work is easy, because I know work is a lot, no matter what work you're in, my work is a lot easier than being a dad. My work is a lot easier than being a husband. So I feel like,
because it's something you were trained to do. You have education in that.
That's a bar.
So I feel like whenever we have those conflicting times, or those things that come to us, we go back to what's easy. What's easy? Well, it's easy to clock in. It's easy to get out of the house, go escape, go to work. Oh, I'm at work. I'm doing what I need to do. Now I'm home. And I think that also pushes back against being present and being emotionally there. As long as we're not using our work or other things as an outlet because it's easy, but what is our intention and our mindset behind it? Is it because we want to provide? We truly want to provide and give our kids a better life. We truly want to provide and be a leader in our family, and take some weight off of our wives or our kids. So what's your mindset and your reasoning for putting your time and energy in those things? Is it so then when you are coming back home and you're present that you can really be there?
But you don't want it to be at the cost of your family, because like last year I made a decision to put my family first by not doing wedding videos anymore. And that was a really hard decision because, everybody's like, oh, weddings make really good money. And, they view us like, people pay a lot of money for those wedding videos. Yeah, they do. But I also have to spend 12 hours on a Saturday away from my wife and kids when I would normally be with them on a Saturday. That's the whole weekend right there. And so, yeah, the money's great. And I want to provide for my family, and I want, us to be financially stable and all those things. But when it comes at the cost of quality time with them, some things are just not worth it. Like, money's not worth, you know what I mean?
It's not.
Like,
Depending on the season too, like we all have like younger kids.
Yeah.
I mean, like right now, like you have a lot of kids and like they're younger, they're all like, getting into sports and stuff. It's like weekends are busy, like and so you got to kind of pick and choose. You're like, yeah, that sounds cool. Like you could do that, but like, what are you kind of giving up? And can you give that up? Can you give the money up for a while? And
I know like there's going to be times where like, you can't sacrifice that kind of money. Like you can't turn that down. Like you've got to do that to provide for your like food on the table. Yes. Like and for a long time I did that. Like I had to do that, and I'm blessed to be in a position where I can turn that down and still be okay. And so it was just a decision I had to make that was best for everybody involved.
And I think too, it's like we got to really pay attention. I think all dads need to pay attention to the messaging that they're receiving from culture, from society. And I don't want to get on some
from us.
Yeah, from us.
Yeah.
God forbid. But I think there is always a message like you can do more. You can do the next thing. You are capable. You are this kind of like puffing pride, kind of like putting this. I almost imagine this kind of air pump, kind of pumping into pride.
That's what I see
of
right
just
here.
like the Wolf of Wall Street, just like bro, keep going. But this puffing up of like you can do more, you can do more, you can do more. And when you say no to that, you initially think because of the messaging that you've been receiving, I'm losing.
Yeah,
because I've done this. But something my mentor told me was like, no, you're actually winning in a lot of other areas because you've said no to this thing, but you diminish the winning in those areas because you said you think you're just losing in all these other areas. And I remember talking to him and I was like, I feel like I'm not making headway in X. And he said, okay, well, where are you making headway though? And I was like, oh, well, I think this and this and this. And he said, okay, if you had headway in X, do you think headway would be making anywhere in this place? And I was like, no. And he's like, okay, which one do you care about more? And I was like, I care about this stuff over here more than X. And he's like, I think you're doing okay,
Right.
And so it's like, I think it's really a motivation question, and really sitting down with your spouse, or if you're a single dad.
If you're a single dad, we don't even mention that very often.
Yeah, that's like
we're all married.
Yeah, it's like that is a whole nother beast that we don't even understand.
We need to get a single dad on here.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, we need a single daddy here.
Let's go.
Pause.
Yeah. One of the things that I think is like I've hearing you guys talk, like another key to success on doing the juggling act is to try to have like your community, like you need guardrails. Like we all need guardrails. I really need guardrails.
Bumpers at the bowl.
Yeah, man. Put them bumpers up, dog. Because for like earlier on in our relationship, like Megan did not do a good job at putting up the bumpers, and instead she would eat whatever crap I was flying and just be like, okay, I'll do it. I'll do this because you want to do that. Or you can go do this. I'll be fine by myself with the kids.
Yeah.
And she did way too much of that until eventually, she learned not to. Thank goodness. Like, she found more of a voice, and it took enough mistakes from me, and then kind of these like points where we would clash, and she would keep telling me, and it was like I kept hearing the same message over and over again, and I was like, man, I suck. I keep making the same mistakes. And it's just, I need better communication, and I need to have people around me. So if I know that's a weak spot for me, if that's a weak spot for you all, like, put up those guardrails. I mean, same thing with here at work. Like, when I'm showing up consistently, not being myself, like, people take notice. Luckily, I love the people I work with. They love me, and they're like, hey man, you're not doing good. I was like, yeah, I don't know what to do about it. Yeah. I was like, what do you expect? Things are really tough.
The hip still hurts.
Yeah. Have you been in chronic pain for a year?
Yeah.
High pitch Michael is the best.
Sorry.
It's a whole other character.
It's like a comedic, dramatic release. Kind of an old Shakespeare play.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah. But it's for real, bro. It's for
Yeah,
real.
yeah. So, I mean, having those people in place to kind of help check and like let me bounce off of them is huge. That's like a great way to add in your juggling act.
Yeah, that's a good segue to one of the questions that I asked earlier in the hook, and that's, why do we as men we just keep everything inside of us? Why do we do that?
Yeah.
Like, we're so, I don't know if it's pride, if it's ego, if it's embarrassment. I don't know what it is. And I'm guilty of this, of just not saying anything and just letting it, just stuffing it down over and over again. Instead of reaching out to one of my brothers and saying, hey man, I need some help. I need to talk to somebody. And I found that, like, anytime I do that, and then when I do eventually talk about it, it's such a release and such a weight off your shoulders.
Yep.
Like, we carry around this weight that we don't even know that we're carrying.
Yeah,
and it
dude.
takes such a toll on us. And we don't have to do that. Like,
Nah.
we literally don't have to do that.
Yeah. I think again, the message in which you receive forms you into acting a certain way. So if men are always this, like, go get your thing, do your thing, climb the ladder, do this. And two, it's like, I think the biggest struggle for me is, like, I always say, like, I'm struggling, but more people are struggling than I am.
Yes.
Why would I even say anything? Like,
That's
my wife
how
just
I
pushed a
feel.
baby out of
Right.
whatever, like, why would I say that I'm tired? Going back to Bubba's question, like, why would I even say that I'm okay? I'll just shove it.
Because I don't think any of us are hitting too hard on like the toxic masculinity.
No,
to be
absolutely not.
Like, but it's more like, yeah, it's like we have some level of sympathy. I'm not saying we're all perfect, but I
Well,
agree with you.
yeah,
there.
like,
It's
and I
like,
think-
man, I see a lot of other people struggling. Like, I think I can get it. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take the weight. I'll take the
Or
hit.
like you want to, like everybody wants to be strong. Like guys want to be strong more than just physically. Like they want to be able to like share the burden
Yeah, bro.
and like help people.
I think
You don't want your wife. I think we do it. I do it because I don't want my wife to feel the weight,
yeah, for sure.
right?
Yeah.
And I don't want my kid, when they're old enough, I don't want my kids to worry about things they shouldn't worry about as kids.
Totally.
Right? And so whatever it is, we naturally just ball it up, build it up inside. We're going to take it in, and then it's a sign of weakness to show it. And I think I know you just mentioned about the masculinity of like, I'm going to be big and strong and tough. And I think it depends. I think it's how we're wired in one, but I mean, that's how I act. And I have a really, really hard time talking to Taylor about these things or things that I struggle with, because I don't want,
you don't want
I
to
don't
come
know, I
across
just-
as weak.
well, I don't want to come across as weak, but I don't know how to express myself. I can't cry. I can't I can't talk about feelings. I just
Yeah.
don't know how to.
Yeah.
It's like we had problems when we were children because my family was never emotional. It was like,
Yeah.
what are
Exactly.
these?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to handle these things.
Yeah.
I think that's why I don't deal with them
Well,
because I
think-
don't know how.
And that makes it even more important for us as dads to be able to show those emotions, feel the emotions, show the emotions. Don't be afraid to get emotional and cry, especially in front of your children. Like, they need to see that that's okay.
Yeah.
Because if we're like probably never saw we probably never saw our dads cry, and that's why we're
Yeah.
like, no,
really
we can't.
haven't.
We're not crying. Like, no,
Right.
men don't do that.
Yeah.
We're tough.
Or like, just going in behind closed doors. It's like, I know
Well,
that there's been like tough times before, and it's just like my kids have seen my wife cry.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good, and like, they ask questions, and that's part of like discovering life and discovering what things are hard, and like letting them maybe ask bigger questions to themselves.
Yeah.
If they want to come talk to you, awesome, but it's just kind
Yeah.
of like, okay, so it's like my parents are real. Like, I'll admit to my kids when I'm wrong, apologize to them, right?
great.
Like, hey, I messed
I
up.
like that. Yeah, I think verbally,
Yeah.
expressing those things is really important. But I think there's a line too of like being too emotional. Like I think as men, we do need to, we do need to stand strong, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the flip side of things, I do want my kid to see that I'm vulnerable. I'm open.
You
and
want
I'm
to
available.
be stable.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like,
yeah,
but-
don't cry every single
Yeah,
night.
no,
okay?
no. But I think there is something to being
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
man, like my dad is strong. My dad is the man. My dad is.
But I think you
know,
need to
I think
define to
those
your
are
family
important.
what strong means. I think that's the point.
Yeah.
Because I think we have been told what strong is, and that's why we can't communicate how we feel to people. And but there's a difference. Like, literally, this is crazy. Like, this literally happened today. Like, literally today. I'm probably gonna get emotional talking about this, but I took
Don't
my.
do it.
I know. It's like, shh.
Do it.
Pause,
You can do it.
Pause. I took my son to Just Jump, okay, because he just went through this whole like 7 fillings, and he had to get his teeth filled, and he went all the way under in anesthesia, and it was like
Oh,
really
man.
nerve-wracking for him, and he's a pretty anxious kid. And I was like, hey, like, if you get through this, I'm right here with you. If you get through this, you can pick out any toy you want from Target, and me and you will go to Just Jump. Okay, so we have been building up for a couple weeks, like Just Jump, Just Jump, Just Jump. Like, we're going to Just Jump, just me and you, no sisters.
Yeah.
Just a bro day out. We're jumping.
Trampoline-park, for those of you who don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is not an ad. Anyways, we show up to Just Jump today, and he's been thinking about it all week. He's asked me 5 times. And we walk in there, and there's about 2.7 million people there. And there's some teenagers there that are jumping around. And my son grabs my leg, and he says, I don't want to do this. I can't do this. And my first instinct was like, bro, I just paid. You have the bracelets on and you got the sticky socks on. Go
Yeah.
freaking jump, dude. Like,
Yeah.
we just drove from Gate
Yeah.
City to Bristol. Like, jump. And he was like, I can't do it. And immediately I wanted to I was like, we're never coming back here again. Like, if you choose to do that, or blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And in that moment, I was like, no, like, my son really feels something right now, and I don't know what it is. And so we went back to the car, and he just broke down, and he was like,
poor
and
buddy.
he just kept like saying, like, I'm so sorry, like, I'm so sorry,
Aw.
I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. And I was like, bro, like, it's okay. I was like, let's do something else. Like, what do you want to do? And immediately, I was so easily to try to like put the money over his head. Like, I just paid for this.
Yeah.
Or we drove 35 minutes for this. We've been talking about this for 7 days, whatever it may be. And the sweetest moment was like, we pulled into Dick's Sporting Goods because that's where he wanted to go to look at baseball gloves. And he literally jumped into the front of the seat, and he literally just like cried. And I was like, dude, like, this is why we came to Bristol. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't for freaking sticky socks just jump. It was to hold my son in a Dick's Sporting Goods and let him cry it out and be like, bro. But then too, there was a teaching moment. I was like, listen, I don't want fear to control your life. That was pretty crazy. Like, there's a
Yeah.
lot of people in there, but your fear kept you back from a really awesome thing. Like, we could have had a really good time there. So there was a good like give and take of like, yes, feel, you can feel. And I think that's the difference. I think that's the strong I'm trying to get at. Is like we really need to redefine strong. It can't just be this like
Love it.
I'm tough and I don't feel anything, but in the midst of feeling something hard, I feel a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how can we work through that in the midst of that to where I could say, hey, you're strong because you communicated to me, this is really hard for me. There's a lot of people here. I don't want to do this. But also I can communicate to you in a strong way of like your fear is controlling your life.
The fact that he could communicate, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's
Because
insane.
I could
It's a
see
6-year-old.
my son.
That's impressive,
I mean,
yeah.
any child, when they're feeling something like that is beyond them and they can't express it, it just comes across
Yeah.
as anger, a tantrum, and those things. You're just like, why are you acting up? Like,
Yeah.
we're in a public place. Like, you need to behave. And it's all the things that you talked about. And you just want to be like, throw your hands up.
Yeah.
And it's really frustrating as any parent or
Yeah.
adult to go
That's
through
a
that.
whole-
So
Well, you
it's-
could have on the flip side of things, you could have been like, "Quit crying! You're not.
Yeah.
You don't need to cry. Just
Go
go
jump."
jump."
Yeah.
And then he goes jumps and has a miserable day.
Yeah.
And then he's like,
My dad doesn't care.
"I don't know what to do."
Yeah.
Yeah. And my dad just is mean.
Yeah.
you
Seriously.
know?
Yeah.
And then he goes home,
Yeah.
and then he goes home and he avoids you, or maybe he just plays with you and stuff, but he doesn't tell you real things. He doesn't talk to you about other things. So that's a really good
Yeah.
growing
That's
moment.
crazy, man.
And it was
in a
cool too to
space.
be like, it was cool to look back at like to hold him and be like, I don't care about $12.04.
Yeah.
Like I really
I
don't
know.
care.
Yeah.
I don't
did
care.
not.
I don't, that's big on the budget.
Wasn't
I don't care about $12. I don't care about a 40-minute drive. I care about being with you. And I don't want you to be restricted from something you really care about and you really want to have fun in because you're scared. I was like, I'll be right with you in anything that you want to do, you know? But that's okay. In this situation, it didn't work out. Let's go to Dick's Sporting Goods. Let's go to Best Buy and play Zelda on the Switch. Like, you know, like let's do the thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think we just really need to, as dads, all the dads out there, we need to redefine, I think, what strong is, because that juggling act gets really hard to juggle when you think strong is one thing, when strong is a plethora of
yeah. It can be how
of
you want
things.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we talked about the juggle of being the good dad, the good husband, the good employee. Let's talk a little bit about health, okay? And that can be physical, mental, financial. How do you stay healthy whenever there's so much going on, competing for your attention, time, energy, effort, passion? How do you maintain a healthy body for your kids and your wife and just to live? How do you maintain a healthy brain, our emotional health, mental health? How do you not get depressed, anxious, all the things? And then how do you keep a healthy bank account?
Have you seen this economy?
Yeah.
Honestly, bro, like, I'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
Because, like, you've been in the
'Cause
trenches, bro.
He's a
Yeah.
physical dad.
He is
Physical
a-
dad,
I said
man.
that first episode.
Yeah, you are a
Episode
physical
001. I said, this dude is a physical dad.
Physical dad.
And I would love to hear, like,
Nick
in the midst
literally-
of trenches when you can't be as physically fit as you or you are physically, if you're way physically fit than I am, but you can't do the things that you used to be able to
Yeah.
do. Like what is that like? That juggling act? That's a juggling act.
Yeah, I mean that is what has been terrible. Like I've never been depressed in my life. I've never been like, wow, I think I'm depressed until recently. I was like, is this what people feel like? They walk around like this all the time
On a
Yeah.
Tuesday, dog.
because
Like for real, bro.
dang, Holmes.
Yeah.
Because it hit me. It hit me for like a couple of weeks, and I was just like, there's just been a lot of melancholy in my life, and I didn't know why. I couldn't explain it. And then it kind of got better, and then it kind of didn't after that. And I was like, I had a good week. And I was like, I thought I was over it. And then it's like, kind of sunk down again. I was like, man, because my biggest quest this year has just been trying to figure out like I wrapped too much of my identity into my physicality and taking care of myself and like knowing what I'm able to do, what I'm capable of, and like pushing those capabilities. And then in sitting with myself enough, I've kind of learned like, well, I inherited a lot of that, or I accepted a lot of that. It was something that like I created within myself after my mother passed, because her last words were to take care of yourself.
Wow.
And I didn't
Dang.
quite like wrap up. Like
Dang,
I
bro.
had that kind of figured out as to like why I went down this journey so quickly, because I went from running a mile or 2 miles before doing weights in the gym when I lived in Wisconsin around this little tiny 16th of a mile track with my wife, to like running like 40 something miles in one day in the span of like 2 or 3 years. And it's not like I like immediately was like running 2 miles, like, hey, I'm gonna go and like train for an ultra stuff. It just like the progression was like really quite quick.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And so once like that glass ceiling was like shattered in my brain, I was like, I think I'm literally a superhuman. I don't really know what I'm capable of, but it kind of freaks me out that I did that run. So now I'm just like, well, it'd be stupid not to like see how far I could go. And plus it's like really cool to be like, well, like, what are you doing today? I was like, oh, I just like ran a half marathon before work. What'd you do? Like, I don't want to
oats
walk
for
around.
lunch.
Yeah, listen, buddy, I was
Just
hitting
ran
the trail
40
for
miles
3
on
hours.
Saturday.
That's ridiculous.
Dude, I used to just keep a sweet tater in like my little running pocket.
sweet tater and oats, man.
Sick.
Straight to
Not
Rod's
that I was
heart.
like, so whatever. That's like the ego self, just like, yeah, that stuff's pretty cool. But then like what happens when it all gets taken away? And I've tried my hardest because I've like put enough mindset behind it to be like, well, just train the things that you can train. Okay, like your hip's busted, you can't run. Like, let's bike. Okay, now your hip is so bad you can't bike. Okay, now what do you do? Like, okay, well maybe you can like do a bunch of pull-ups and like work on your upper body. Like, okay, your elbow is like flaring up because I got golfer's elbow from weightlifting because I don't golf.
Never played golf.
Never played golf in my life. But like
This guy.
I messed that up too. So then it's just like I keep on trying to do things, and I kept hitting like dead ends. And so that's, you know, eventually I just took the signal like, okay, like you probably need to like actually slow down and look inside yourself a little bit more and just take this to see what's happening inside. And so I don't know. I don't have a great answer. It's just an internal search.
You're in the middle of it, man.
Yeah, like I've been
the
reading
point.
like more stuff. That's kind of great just to give you a wider perspective of life, of meaning. I've had random like deep conversations with Nick, and they're like, "Is some like why do you randomly want to talk about all this?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know. I've just been thinking a lot."
I think that's what's so beautiful about this
Amen.
podcast, though, is
Yeah.
because we're in the process of becoming
Doing it.
and learning just
Yeah.
like everybody else. And that's something that like I struggled with my whole entire life up until college. My whole identity was wrapped up in athletics and sports and football and basketball. Like everything I did revolved around sports and being athletic and getting fit and staying fit and running and all the things. And then after college, it's like all of that goes away. And then you have to like, I don't feel like I ever took the time to really find my identity after that. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, because I went immediately into being a dad.
Dude, responsibility knocks hard.
yeah,
You're
Yeah,
just
like
like
literally, I was in
Literally.
college, and me and Kayla started dating, and so I pretty much got thrown into the fire of being a dad
Yeah,
immediately.
with
And
Brady, yeah.
there was never any kind of like introspection or like, what is my
what is
identity?
fatherhood?
You
Yeah,
know,
who is Nick?
fatherhood?
I'm not an athlete anymore.
Fatherhood.
Like,
You
I'm
only have 9 months to think about it. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, so that's something like physical health is something that I've struggled with for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
Since I've been out of college.
Well, I think at the root of it, it's back to the financial thing, or back to the thing why you can't control, or like why you can't express your emotion. Like you don't want to take away from like to work out. You got to take an hour out of your day.
Yep.
Which takes an hour from something else. Which takes an hour from something else. Which takes an hour from, you know what I mean? And it's like
Yeah.
we always like, okay, well if I say yes to this, well then I say no to an hour earlier at home. So you know what? I'm not going to run today. I'm just going to go home and play with the kids, which is like amazing. But we throw things on the back burner that actually make us better dads, like
Yeah.
make us better fathers.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's something like I've been trying my best in the last 6 to 8 months to try to work out. And I've noticed that it's made me a better dad at home, even though, yes, I do have to leave the house a little bit earlier. I don't get to drive my son to school, which is something I really enjoyed doing. And it's like, but I know that I'm investing in myself to hopefully invest back into other things. But I think that it goes back to that same cycle of just like, and I think we wrote it down, the guilt cycle. It's
Yeah.
it's the guilt cycle. It's if I say yes to caring about this certain thing, then I take away from this. Or if I say yes to caring about my job, then I take away from, and it's like, again, we're back in the
Yep.
back in the throw.
I think we're all in like people.
Yeah.
We're all in individuals
I'm winning.
as men. Like we're gonna win. We want success. Because we get instant gratification from those results, right? We're very results driven, goal oriented individuals in a sense of just being men in general. I think that's how we are wired. So I think we can sometimes hold ourselves back by just saying, okay, well, we're not good enough, or we're not putting all of our time into this workout. So we're just not even going to do it.
Yep.
Right.
Seriously.
And so we could have small wins here and there of just saying, well, just because I can't work out for an hour, I'm just going to not do it. Well, what about just working out for 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Right. What
got
about just getting a small win here and getting some momentum and some traction? Well,
On a
I
walk.
can't read. Yeah. It's like, I don't have any individual time or personal growth to myself. It's like, well, I can't really just sit down and like have 30 minutes to myself or an hour of like reading and just like reflecting. So it's like, I'm not going to do it at all. Well, why don't you just do it for 10 minutes? Why don't you do it for 5 minutes when you first wake up? You know? So it's like, we can take these small wins to really just put us and project us into a really good direction of being a good father, being a good husband, whatever. But I think if we're not all in, we throw in the towel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we're just not devoted
Absolutely.
to it, right?
Dad's got to live in the gray zone, you know?
Bro,
Yeah.
Like
straight
you can't do everything 100%.
Yeah, but
just
straight
be
up.
consistent.
But it
Straight
goes
up.
back to the guilt
Yep.
Yeah, it's
cycle
guilt.
of what
Straight
you're
up.
talking about. So we hold ourselves back.
Yeah.
I want to share this real quick, and we can kind of wrap this up. This is I'm not trying to push this on anybody, but I think this has really resonated with me when I was kind of thinking about some of these things when Nick and I were going through this outline, and then we were talking about what our next episode was going to be content wise, and we're like, man, this juggling act is something serious, and I do feel guilty, and I do hold myself back, and then it's like, I try to and then I beat myself down because I'm just not good enough, because we're just not excelling here, we're not winning here. This is Psalms 38, 4-8. It says, my guilt overwhelms me. It is a burden too heavy to bear. My wounds fester and stink because of my foolish sins. I am bent over and racked with pain. All day long, I walk around filled with grief. A raging fever burns within me, and my health is broken. I am exhausted and completely crushed. My groans come from an anguished heart. Which gives, when I read that, it's like, man, I'm fighting so hard and I'm going nowhere.
Dudes thousands of years ago
Yes,
struggled with
this
the same
was
thing.
thousands. So just to put this in context, right,
David's
this
like,
was a long time ago.
My wounds are festering, my
Yes.
guy.
So this was a long time ago. Just the short spark notes here. This was a long time ago that men and just human beings have been struggling, right, with just maybe not being good enough or not being able to find the balance that almost feels impossible, and not having enough time. This is why we have the podcast, guys.
Yeah, bro.
Like, we really are not alone.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to take these burdens by yourself. And you know, it's crazy. It's like, you know, we're just four dads, and like, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And it's like, we've got a dad community here who is really here for each other. And I want to say we want to live that out.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think too, the last thing about that text is a guilt is something internal, and then he explains something that happens external. So if we don't deal with the certain things that are happening behind the scenes, things start to compound outwardly. So yes, my guilt
summarizes it.
overwhelms me. Then my wounds start to fester, which is a very outward physical thing that we could all visibly see. So it's like, bro, you are struggling, you know? And then it starts to fester. It starts to stink. People start to recognize things that are happening. And it's like, okay, that's why you need community, bro. That's why we need, that's why I need the three other dudes that are sitting around this table to be like, bro, like, take a brain check. Like, what's going on? Like, engine lights on. Hey, red flags happening. Let's draw it back in. And I think at the end of the day, it's like, man, we got to really take care of ourselves and show up for ourselves so that we can be the best for others. Because that's the whole point of being a dad is being good for other people. So that's good, Noah. Thanks for sharing that.
Cool. Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Cool.
Love it.
All right.
Well,
so,
moving on.
yeah, we're going to move
Moving
on
on and
to
wrap it up.
our Daddy Hack segment.
Is this still called Daddy Hack?
It's still there.
Nobody
on
edited
the
the
paper.
Google Doc.
Oops.
Daddy Hack.
Zaddy Hack.
Everybody has access to this.
Zaddy
so-
Hack. Zaddy Hack.
Guilty cycle for everybody here.
Yeah.
Nobody
Thanks, I
picks
feel it,
Daddy. Oh, man.
Any balancing dad hacks?
I think something that you said that is very profound. You didn't mean to say it, but one of my favorite quotes is from The Patriot. Mel Gibson. Yeah, bro. Heath Ledger. Rest in peace, my guy.
R.I.P.
Oh, aim small, miss small. Aim small, miss small. So he's teaching his son how to shoot a musket, and he's saying aim small, miss small. I think a lot of dads look at something like this context or something like we're conversating about, and they look at the physical dad, and they're like, I can never be that dude. Like, there's no way I'm just not going to do it. But what's the one step that you can take today? Aim small, you miss small. What's the 10-minute thing that you can implement in your life? What's the one little 1% thing once a day? Atomic Habits is really good about that. If you read that book, what's the 1% thing that you can implement in your day that will help you take a step forward? Whether it's your health, your mental health, your financial health. Maybe it's putting $10. Hey, instead of getting that Starbucks coffee that I really love every single morning, I'm going to put $5 in my savings account. You know, whatever it is.
Should I not like order from that website that brings me fancy mocktails?
That can is
As often?
crazy. I can't believe we didn't ask you to explain that. But
Part two.
part two, yeah. Part two. But I think a dad hack is, bro, like, have some grace. Just take one step, and you never know where you'll be in a year because you took one step a year ago. So,
Yep.
that's something I was just thinking about while you guys were talking.
Nice.
Yeah.
I read recently, as you're dealing with the struggles of life, I think just understanding that, like, inevitably, like, life is a struggle, and like that stress is going to be there, and that's okay. Like, that stress kind of exists for a reason. But if you find yourself getting stronger emotions, if you are like triggered by things, I think, because this is the season I'm in, it's like, hey, can you sit with yourself? So if you can spend just that 10 minutes, that 15 minutes, like I had a habit when I was a lot more active of like doing foam rolling and stretching and all that stuff right before bed. And I've just carried some of those habits because they were just good habits. I had 15 minutes. I would basically turn almost all the lights off in the house. I was alone by myself in the dark for 15 minutes. And I just got to have quiet in my own brain. So that's like, there's a dad hack. Maybe try that. It's nice.
bro.
It does
Love
good. It's a good
that.
way to like wind down
sounds
before
scary.
bed.
Silence
okay.
to me. Guys, I don't know about y'all.
I could just see Bobby
Silence to
coming out of
me-
the back bedroom and going,
Silence to me is scary. Okay, I don't walk inside of my house if there's nobody in there. That's how programmed my
Well,
brain
brother.
is to hear noise all
That's
the
how
time.
you know you grew up in the generation of paranormal activity right there.
Yeah,
Like, that
that's
is
right.
like paranormal activity 1.101.
Yeah.
I will sit in my truck until the
I like
kids
that,
get
though.
home
I need to get a foam roller.
I do.
just to not hear silence.
Okay,
Anyway,
so I had a thought going.
sorry.
Sorry, Nick. So if you're having the stress and it's bringing up an emotion, that if you can sit and like analyze, why am I having this emotion? Where is this coming from? Eventually you can move past and you can just gain wisdom from that, right? So if you have the stress, it triggers an emotion, then wisdom comes from like removing the emotion from that trigger. So now you've just learned something about yourself, and that's how you can build resilience. That's how we can become stronger. So I'm trying to look at, end of one example, me not being able to move very well. I'm building resilience. It sure doesn't feel like it. It feels like I've been beaten to a pulp and I'm just like sitting in a puddle waiting for somebody to like step on me again. It's just like, that's where it feels like I am. But I'm going to choose, because I've been doing better. I'm like, yeah, I think I'm half glass full kind of rye. I'm just building resilience for the future. I've had to like look at it and it sucks. And I still don't know. It's not like I've achieved any enlightenment, but but here we are.
Yeah, right in the middle of it.
Yeah, so maybe take 15 minutes at night.
Valleys
about it.
are the only place you can find vegetation.
Yeah, that's where life grows.
Bar.
End it.
Bar. Nick, you want to land this plane real quick?
Yeah, so
for part one.
One last challenge here. We're going to do the fill in the blank challenge. Okay.
Okay. Let's do it.
So, this week, try spending 10 minutes on blank instead of scrolling on blank. Or, we're going to do this other one. Try saying, I need help with blank instead of pretending you're fine.
Just filled in the blank for you there on the second one. Try saying, I like that one. I think with what we talked about. Try saying, I need help with blank. I think that was the kind of the nucleus of the whole message that hopefully we said. I don't know if we said it at all, but like, you can't do it alone.
Yeah.
You cannot do it alone. I need help with my health. I need help with my finances. I need help with my mental
I've
health.
driven past. I'll probably drive past the gym. What time do you go there? Because I drop Allison off at school and I drive right past your gym like every day.
Oh, straight up. Okay, yeah. I actually show up there at
So I think
around
about you.
8 o'clock. Yeah.
See, I could be
The showers have no curtains. So you know.
Dang, I shouldn't have
Yeah,
said this.
bro.
That
So
would have been
like,
a
if you
hysterical
want to
prank.
know Michael on a deep level, come on around at 8 o'clock.
brother.
I think I know you deep enough to not.
Yeah, that's a little too much. Too much surface.
There's always that one dude at the Y.
Brother, this
or the-
dude
or the
walks around
gym.
and has conversations.
Just goes around the gym and they're
Buck
completely
naked.
naked.
Yeah, dude.
There's always that one
yeah.
guy.
Like
And
literally.
It's like an
usually-
old head.
and he's usually
crazy
like a
weather we're having.
65-year-old.
Yeah.
He's like a
Crazy weather.
65-year-old.
Did you see the score of the Bills game? Like, Johnny, put it away.
How are you?
Lights look good in here. Holy moly. But yeah, man.
So
You
anyways.
should come by.
So we're wrapping up.
This is part one.
Those are some tools
Because-
for the toolbox.
Yeah. Yep.
That's kind of your challenge going forward. Part 2 is
It's coming.
coming next episode. We're going to focus on the silent struggle and why men don't ask for help.
Yep.
We're going to focus on when one area thrives and other suffers. And then we're going to focus on making micro adjustments instead of big overhauls.
Yep.
Just to kind of wrap everything together and push forward. That's going to be kind of our next episode that we're really leaning into. So I hope you take some of those challenges. Hope you take them to heart, really apply them, and then we can take this as momentum into, really growing in the next episode too.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Just
Cheers,
for
Dad.
dads.
Shout out Fifth Dads.
Hey, shout out to the Fit Dad
Please
community.
go on our website,
Love you.
join the club,
Join the club.
join the community,
Talk to us.
submit a question, comment on something. Oh, by the way, there's an episodes page on our website.
Totes.
You can go on there, listen to the episode, and then comment on it. Okay, so you can actually just put your questions right in the comments of the episode.
He cooked.
Crazy.
So
He cooked on the
We're
website.
here for you.
Nick, go crazy on
And
that.
there may be merch
Crazy.
coming. Love you guys.
Love
Peace.
y'all.
love you.